Enggak ada. Pakai taco dong. Oke, let's go.
And welcome back to everyone here on 2K Sports of our PGA Tour coverage. We resume playing at the 11th hole. Let's get out there. And here we are with the third shot. 3 strokes off the lead. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting now for a bogey. Now 5 strokes behind. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh, so close. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. And that putt will drop. Well done. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
That's outstanding. What a putt. And that will take him to 5 under. That shot so good, we need to have another look.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. teeing off now on the 14th hole. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got, oh, I'd say roughly 120 here.
This one is chewing fiber.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
And this putt to move into second place.
And with only 4 holes to go in this event, Luke, this is a good opportunity, big moment for this player.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
He's currently in the second position.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par fours. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
That's a little untidy. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Yeah, nicely played. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt from around 18 feet.
Solid little par putt here.
Looking good.
And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
Inching their way closer to the top of that leaderboard. Can't afford any mistakes from here on in.
16th, the last of the par threes on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
This one's looking good.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, this looks pure. That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
He's in a share of third place. Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Oh, almost went in. Not your best effort, still a mid-range putt coming up. That's been an impressive display today. This for a 66. And down she goes, so it's tournament over now. Henny, I'm starting to really appreciate the magic in these rivalries. While they can't walk away with a victory in the tournament proper, they get to lay claim to beating some real stars of the PGA. And what about this victory over young Will Zalatoris?
Luke, Will Zalatoris isn't one of those players that gets beaten. This just doesn't happen. He is a player of the future, a young gun that usually comes out firing on all 4 cylinders. He didn't today, and this player took advantage, and they will use that to propel them forward in the next event.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. That one should find the surface. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Playing from around 210 yards here.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. They're in the bunker, but a chance to get up and down. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. A par putt awaits. That's well holed. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. Time for the second shot into the third.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
Oh dear, that's on the beach. They've holed it. That'll be for birdie. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Well, that's certainly worth another look. Let's have a walk down memory lane.
Just look at how they get this ball up and out of the sand.
Currently 1 under for the event. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Great shot. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That's a clever play, that one. Moving up a leaderboard and ahead of their rival. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Second shot here on the 4th. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. This one looks like it's going left. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
And down she goes from outside the range. And what a way to jump into the top 10. And it's time to recap that play.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, time to return to the action. Currently at 3 under for the day. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Playing this shot from about 230 yards out.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Opting for the 3-wood. Is this one heading into the sand? I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
It was going to take a mighty wallop to get there, but in a good position.
And they've done it. Hold another one from way out. What a shot.
Gotta love this. This player is in fuego.
He's currently tied for 4th. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
This one headed left in a hurry.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind. How close was that to going down? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Good putt that. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Going with the 7. Heading towards the rough, this one. This would be a great up and down from this spot. And if this can go down, he'll save par. If that's the right pace, this should drop. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival, Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Here we go, Rich. The back nine on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
3 strokes down with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to have to come up with something sporty to get to the top of the leaderboard at day's end.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
Time now for the 4th shot. 3 behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one, not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Well, there's the line, the green side bunker. Can they get this one up and down? What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
And a par is all but guaranteed after that fantastic bunker shot.
This one's looking good. Oh, that's a good way to end what was a challenging hole.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Oh my, right by the hole.
You know, that's why they're on the tour. That's what they do.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out.
Downwind on this shot.
Allahu Akbar.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Well, that's a handy shot. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Pretty good shot there.
And here we are with the third shot.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his
Nih gue
rival.
main level
Can he
hard.
do the catching up that's necessary?
Jadi musuhnya tuh ngeparin gampang.
Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. This one has eyes for the hole. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this
Oke,
green.
Eagle. Eagle guys. Sorry nih, senggol dong. Ya Allah.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Didn't that look good for a long time? If he makes this, he'll save his par. Currently at -5 now for the day. Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
And from about 105 yards.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Ayo, masuk. Demi
This
apapun.
one is right down the pipe.
Aduh.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Be the ball, Danny. No. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And that will take him to 6 under. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 4 strokes. Let's head to 7. One of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
This would be a great up and down. Well, that's wonderfully played out of the sand. It's just about 3 feet away.
This one to save par.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. He finds himself in a share of 7th. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short 3rd shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Sitting at 6 under. Currently tied for 7th position. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this putt to move into the top 5. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work.
Oke, gue peringkat berapa nih?
Well, I'd hate
Di
to use a
championship
tired
ini
old beaten-up
peringkat
cliche, but wow, I've
3
made a
apa
career
4
off it for
gitu.
the last 20 years. This player came, they saw, and they conquered. What a rivalry
Tapi di
win.
klasemen gue
Luke,
pertama.
you were my
Yeah,
hero,
peringkat
so now I'm a little lost. I might follow this player as my hero and see how they do things moving forwards, because that was a truly phenomenal performance.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Yang mau buy one boleh, yang mau buy one. Gitu. Jangan tremor aja. Ya, gue masih peringkat 1. Di bawah gue ada Michael Thompson, Colin Morikawa, Sanders Schofield.
Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players, because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour.
First bird.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time. And their rival is now shaking in their boots.
Biasa aja ya. Lawan gua aja dulu.
Currently 1 under for the round.
Gua nggak pernah hole in one, tapi gua pernah albatros. Dan itu kalau mau di
The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required.
Kalau main ginian yang pertama gue pelajari baru belajar mukulnya lah. Karena agak ribet.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Ya elah.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Putting for a par here. Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Oh, well done. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
Than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. Not much to this hole, although with the bunker short left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Here's Xander Schauffele. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. This is a par putt.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Now 4 back after that hole. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, let's get back to the action. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
This one looking really good.
Oh, that's a ripper.
This player is putting for fun.
He's in a share of 9th place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. Again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. A wonderful shot, well played, a chance for birdie here at the 6th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And that's the line in the sand. Oh, that one just missed the hole. And he needs this to save par.
Surely it's going to.
Ooh, right by the hole. This is a bogey putt coming up. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Well, a chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And a live look at the leaderboard, and we find that Harold Varner III finds himself in top spot. That looks to be a fairway finder to me. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Going with the 9-iron, I think. That was wonderfully done. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Mantap nih.
Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Currently 5 under for the event.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided. Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th.
This really looks good.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. He finds himself in a share of 4th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
That should find the fairway.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
Water becomes a real feature here in the final 9 holes at TPC Scottsdale. Here we are exposed to it at 11.
Second shot at 11 is very difficult. Water hugging the left-hand side. The bunker fronting the green is no fun. The one in the back part of the green is no fun. Anything out to the right is just fine.
And this putt to move into a share of 1st. Oh, just missed. Par putt coming up here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 12 for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That'll sting a bit. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Bubba Watson is atop the leaderboard with a 1-stroke advantage. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup. This looks good. Oh, terrific. What an effort. I will take that also into the top 5 now. And big bad Bubba Watson currently leads the field. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. That should set up another chance.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
Good opportunity for a fast finish with just 4 holes to go.
Hey, nice looking line. A well holed. He'll take the birdie.
And I like it. 2 in a row.
And as we head to the next hole, this player is chasing the leader behind Bubba Watson.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
You like that, didn't you? Time for the second shot at the 15th. Opting for the 3-iron here. Oh, right by the hole.
Oh, ntar jatuh ya.
This
Yer.
one to get to 10 under par.
Yer.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
That's a great putt to make, especially for an eagle.
And with just a slim lead with 4 holes to go, do they have what it takes to get the job done?
Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green and a course of booze will ring out. "12 feet to the cup coming up. goes for the par. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Here's Xander Schauffele. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And after that hole, they're currently in a tie for the lead with Bubba Watson. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Good look at a birdie here. Ooh. Well holed. Let's move on. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Currently 10 under for the event. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Yeah, Wynn took that one offline in a hurry.
If he can hole out from off the green here, he'll win the event. Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, Rich, that looks so good for such a long time, but in the end it just misses.
And what a painful miss that was, Luke.
Well, Rich, they were jockeying for that top spot, but it looks like we're going to extra holes. Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Playoffs. Who doesn't love a good playoff, Luke?
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
Luke, I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else. Hit your shot and hit it close.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. It's all come down to this. Make this putt and win the event.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it's just a tap in awaits. And with that, both the players and the crowd get to move to the next hole. Next hole in the playoff will be the 10th. Handy effort, that one. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Wynn moving right to left on this shot.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, and that's a missed green in a playoff. Hopefully they can regain their composure. And if this chip drops, he'll win the event. Wow, that almost went in the hole. It all comes down to this. Make it, and the playoff continues. This one's tracking. The fans are certainly getting their money's worth with this playoff. Let's head to the next. Expecting him to get after this one, Rich. It's a short par 4.
Player made a par earlier on this hole in regulation, Luke. Not too sure that's going to be good enough in this playoff, however.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Chip in here, and he'll steal the title. This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff. Yes, you can feel the tension building. This playoff's going to another hole. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Playing from around 150 yards here.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
Not a good time for an errant approach. Missing the green in a playoff puts pressure on the short game. Huge bunker shot here to win the tournament. It all comes down to this. Make it, and the playoff continues. Looking really, and that'll force this playoff to another hole. And now on to yet another hole in this sudden death saga. Tee shot is looking good here. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely. Take dead aim.
This one needs to kick left. And he's safely on the green with that shot. This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff.
Looking really good.
And with that, both the players and the crowd get to move to the next hole. It's been a full day already, Rich. Hopefully they can keep their sustenance up.
Fatigue certainly should be setting in just a little bit. However, the adrenaline alone should carry them for the rest of this playoff.
A chance to chip in for all the chocolates. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Well, the event's on the line here. Make it. And that caps off a fabulous week by this player in Phoenix. They are your Waste Management Open champion.
And calming their nerves in the process, Luke, playing in front of some 650,000 fans this week. That was impressive.
Get the celebration started. There's your winner.
Massive grind for this player. Happy he got the W.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, I like the look of Lexi in this one, but is the rival capable? Oh, he liked the look of that the whole way. That is absolutely brilliant.
That chip in for Eagle works 8 days a week in my book.
He's currently in a share of 11th place. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
How close was that to going down? And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This is what they have left for a par.
Yeah, you'll take that. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
One stroke behind her rival this week.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently a couple under for the round. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Nice out the rough here. Just in case Lexi thought that she was going to dominate the match today in this rivalry, he's come out and put that down. Laid that gauntlet down, and now I think things will get interesting.
That's inside the range. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently one stroke better than her rival and playing partner today.
John Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, A simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 5 under. He currently shares 4th position.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 3-6, one of the most magnificent holes, not only at Riviera Country Club, but in all of golf.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? He has this putt to save his par. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Big chance here. Oh, that's a sensational putt to make. And what about the glimpse they just gave their rival? Come and catch me now. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This one's for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 7 under. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
Ooh, almost went in. Found the green side rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
That's some good golf right there. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Little birdie looking here.
Looking good. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Time to turn our attention to Lexi Thompson. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This putt to try and save their par.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Sitting at -8 for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And at the end of that hole, he's gone into clear outright leader. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
All right. Facing a little up and down here to save the par. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She got one back on that last hole.
And this putt will take them to 5 under par. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That's tracking. There it is. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
What touch? Made it.
Ah, nicely done. Great chip.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Now leading by one shot.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
8 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
Good stroke. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
3 wins already this season. Getting ready to play their third. Currently in the lead by a shot. Quality shot, that one. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
This has a real chance.
Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Still in the lead now after that hole. The finishing hole at Riviera, famous for so many exciting finales in tournament history. Rich, take us through the tee shot and approach.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a...
Well, this is a week that's going to sit in the memory bank for life. A champion at the Riv. You've just won the Genesis Invitational.
Winning on such an iconic golf course will not be lost on this player. What a performance.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Well, it's certainly a great opportunity for this player to bounce back in this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement that these two generate. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Starting to look really good.
Well done.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, that was a safe play. What's in front of them, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And here we are with the third shot. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Currently 1 under for the day. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
That one's heading down Broadway. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Wynn got that one and took it wayward.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Getting ready to play their third. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt coming up for his par.
Starts off on a good line.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. From around 180 yards out. 5 strokes behind our leader. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's nicely done. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This is outside range for him, 26 feet.
Super shot that. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Trailing by 4 strokes. The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees.